Welcome to Empower You Crown Up podcast. Today we have our very special guest, Miss Nikeya, Coach Nikeya, and we're just excited to have you on with us today, empowering where we believe in empowering minds to live empowered lives. So with Empower You Crown Up, that is why we bring special guests on our episodes that can talk about the importance of just living a life that is full of empowerment and how they are impacting the world through their businesses. So without further ado, let us welcome Coach Nikeya. How are you?
Hi, I am great. How are you?
Good, good. I see you already starting off flawless and everything, just ready. Tell us
Thank,
about yourself and how do you empower the world each and every day?
thank you. Well, my name is Nikeya Young. I'm from the Chicagoland area. Shout out to the South suburbs. Born in Chicago, raised in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Moved back to Chicago for college. Been here ever since. Won't say how many years ago that was, but Um, yeah, I am a certified master life coach, board certified mental health coach, CEO and founder of Victorious Living Solutions, which is a transformative coaching company where we empower high potential leaders to crush their goals despite life's challenges and live victoriously. Also a licensed minister and homeschool mama bear to three little ones who I hope stay quiet during this interview upstairs. We'll see.
Wow. You just named off so many jobs. And, like, how do you keep it together? Because I have four and I know, honey.
Ugh. Well, I have to keep the main thing the main thing. So just really prioritizing my relationship with God first,
Mhm.
my family life second, and then everything else after that.
Yeah.
So that helps me to keep things in order. With Victorious Living Solutions, my company, it's actually the perfect thing, the company in merging all of my gifts and talents in one centralized place. So I find it easier to balance everything since I started this company than before, because I was doing acting, modeling, singing, just all the things. And now, I have the gift of speaking and coaching as well. And Victorious Living Solutions is just my happy place to just be myself, be centered with all of my gifts and giving to others, helping them pull their gifts out of them as well.
Yes. And I'm so glad you pointed out. So you made me think about two things. So one thing is in the Bible, you know, how the scripture says that we will just put God first. Everything will fall into place. And
Mhm.
you just remind me of life starts lifing and we get, so just out of array with things, but we have to remember to put God first. And
Yes.
then things start to fall back into place. And with you saying doing all of that from acting to coaching to, everything, modeling, you were doing it all. How were
Mhm.
you able to get away from the noise and really just focus on what you're passionate about? Because it's hard when we know we can do everything. Okay.
Yeah. Well, to me, once I had kids, that decision became a lot easier because you have a lot of your time is limited. So you can't do all of the things you were doing before. It's not that you can't do them, it's like you can't do them all at the same time.
Right.
So for me, it just became I can do a lot, but what is the most profitable thing?
Right.
Okay.
'Cause I'm
Because
trying to
time.
make money, secure the bag.
Yes, I'm not. So if something's going to pull me away from my kids for any length of time, it better be really, really important to me or really, really profitable or both.
Right.
Um, and, that's kind of how I prioritize that. And then also just besides what's the most profitable thing and, what is God saying for me right now in this season? Where is he leading? And for me, it was just really I was leading by example, on the camera, but this season of my life, I would say around 2018, 2019, God was just like, no, but I've given you something to say.
Yeah.
And I want people to hear what you have to say. Like you have a lot of wisdom to impart into others. So that's why, this company makes the most sense for me right now. I still have the acting stuff kind of in the background. It's not in the forefront, but I definitely keep my SAG after card current. So
So tell us about your company. How did your company get started?
Sure. So I started Victorious Living Solutions in 2018,
Okay.
um, not too long after I released my first book. I released my first book in 2017. It's called Virtue Chic, Classy Takes Center Stage. And it is just a fun manual for trying to be a virtuous woman in the 21st century and all the things. Like, what does that even look like? It's
Right.
hilarious read, still on Amazon. But I just really wanted to dive into the coaching space first with women, young adults trying to figure this thing out.
Mhm.
And I started the company for that. And then that led to getting more into speaking, joining Toastmasters, getting really, really deep into Toastmasters during leadership positions, becoming a division director, all the way up to becoming a distinguished Toastmaster, which is the highest award you can receive in the organization, educationally. And
Okay.
then that Toastmasters prepared you, it's not just speaking, it's leadership training as well. So I'm sorry if you can hear that. My kids sound like they're
Oh,
about to
you're
fall.
good.
I'm like, what is happening?
Hey,
Um,
that's what we have
but
to do. Kids all bring it all together, right?
they do not care. But yeah, so like it's a professional leadership training as well as speaking training. So I got experience with training people in corporate situations and all that. And so that just took the company idea I originally started with and branched it out to where I'm doing college and university speaking,
Okay.
corporate training, speaking at schools and different things like that. But I really have a passion for helping leaders to live victoriously.
Oh man, I love that because
Thank
it's so much out here and we need that motivation, but it's
you.
always hard when you're really trying to figure out what should I do, especially when you're breaking the cycle of being trained to, go to work, get a job,
Mm,
but you know there's something deeper inside of you. And I always tell my
absolutely.
entrepreneurs, that's how you know that you're meant to be an entrepreneur. Now, God didn't say it's gonna be easy because you're going to
Mm,
come across so many obstacles, but it will
yeah,
definitely be worth it.
yeah.
So tell us about what does it look like for someone that wants to work with you? Like, do they go through a course? Do they figure out they want you to coach them through life or mental health? What does that look like?
Yes, thank you for that. So my website, victoriousliving solutions.com, that is the hub where you go and you decide which solution you want. I am not doing as much individual coaching. I'm really not focusing on that right now just because I have like a 7-year-old and two 3-year-olds. So so I do like more workshop facilitating and group coaching. And I have an online course that just launched not too long ago, February 1st, it launched, and it's called Command Your 24.
Hmm,
And that has just taken on a life of its own. It's turned into workshops, it's turned into speaking engagements. That is the workshop where you're really taking command of, it stands for the 24 hours that we each have each day. So no matter what tax bracket you're in, what class you're in, any of that, we all get 24 hours a
that's
day.
right.
And how you manage your 24 is everything for how successful you're going to be. So it's about goal setting, vision casting, all of that. There's 8 modules, so it's an 8-week course. It's self-study,
Okay.
but even though it's self-study, I have a Q&A on Tuesdays where you can,
Come ask
ask me any
questions.
questions that you
Yeah.
have, talk about how the exercises are going for you, and just kind of get a little bit of coaching as you're working your way through the modules. It's phenomenal. So, yeah.
Oh, I love that. And that's funny. I was just talking to my friend this morning and I was like, girl, how do people sleep till 12 o'clock? Because I'm like, by the time I done got up, had meetings, and met with this person, met with this client, did this with the kids. I'm like, how in the world do people
Mm,
get to sleep in like that? Because I'm like, there's so much that needs to get done.
yeah.
But also hearing you say that made me think about, especially for us business owners, especially when you're small and you're starting out and you're trying to do everything,
Hmm.
being sure that you are doing the tests that are getting you closer to the bag.
Yes.
And delegating, because
Hmm.
then you're like a whole day is passing. What have I even done? I mean, you've done
Hmm.
things, answering emails, but you need to be doing the other things to help take your business to the next level. So
Absolutely. For sure.
I love it. I love it. So it sounds like, do you have like a specific niche as far as who can come and take that course, or is it like, hey, if you want help commanding your 24, come see me?
Yeah, and so that's the thing. Command Your 24 is a course that everyone can do
I
because
like that.
everyone needs help with that. Some of my other workshops are a little more niche down, but Command Your 24, I'm like, yo, men need that, women need that.
Yes. Okay.
Go there and log on and get your course. So the course is it's I believe it's 497 if you pay one payment, or you could split it up into two payments. If
Okay.
you split it up into two payments, it's 597. So you save a little bit more by doing the one payment.
Gotcha.
So that is like a steal because life coaching sessions are like
They're
anywhere
like
from,
thousands.
well, it depends on what kind, because life coaching is such a broad.
Mm-hmm.
There's executive coaching, there's different types of coaching. So you can pay anywhere from 125 a session to like you said, up in the thousands per
Mm-hmm.
session. But if you multiply that by eight, even if you're on the lower end, what for 8 sessions. So to get that
Right.
for like 497, I'm like, yeah, I can't make it no less than that.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry, but but it'll be worth it because it's like you get the course and I'm not leaving you to yourself. I'm still checking in with you every week. So,
Right. So you gotta
yeah.
pay for your time. You gotta pay for your time,
Hmm.
honey.
Yeah. Hmm. There's a
I
workbook
love
with
it.
it with the exercises in there for you to print out. So the whole shebang.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, tell us, in your childhood, did you ever imagine that you would be the woman that you are today?
You know what's funny about that is that I did. I was one of those kids that when you ask them what they want to be when they grow up, they tell you like 5 billion things. And then my teacher is just like, girl, you can't do all that. Like, pick one. Like, I want to act, I want to sing, and I want to do this. And I knew I wanted to do something being on a stage, something. Ooh, child, I was one of them little kids. I wrote a song about it. You want to hear it? Here it goes. Mommy, watch this, and singing with the hairbrush. I was just like, ooh, I was one of those kids. And so now seeing me, the person I am today, I always imagined it. And so I tell people that because let kids be kids. Don't I hate when adults feel the need to try to correct the kid. Like, are you sure you want to be that? Or
Let
just
them.
hey, shut up. Like,
And let them get out there and experience it, and then from there decide they don't want to do it. Because there's so
mhm,
many, and I also do a lot of work inside of schools too. There's some
yeah.
kids who are like, okay, I want to do this because everybody
Mhm,
doesn't want to be the doctor or the lawyer. And it's
right.
okay to meet them where they are and encourage them along the journey. Because how many
Mhm.
people have gotten jobs and like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to teach. I
Yes.
don't want
But
to.
they listen to some adults say, are you sure you want to do that? You can't really make no
Who's
money
not
just
even happy in what they're
so they
doing.
spend thousands of dollars majoring in something that's not even really their heart passion, but
Exactly.
they trying to make money in it.
No.
And you just wasted thousands of dollars. And then you end up eventually going back to what you originally desired to do in the first place. So you might as well have just done that.
And that encourages people to basically find your passion, go after it, and
Hmm.
understand that you change and as you evolve, what you're doing might evolve as well. And so you don't have
Yeah.
to just pick one thing.
Hmm.
And in business, a lot of times people are like, just pick one, pick one, pick one. But for some
Yeah.
people, it might not look like that. And everybody has their own journey to take.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
yes. Well, as we come to an end, two things. We want you to tell the audience again, how can everyone connect with you, buy your books, get your course, whatever that is?
Awesome. Sure. Well, I'm on LinkedIn, Nikeya Young, Nikeya. And then I'm on Twitter at Nikeya Young, but Twitter, I'm like sparingly, child. But where I'm at most of the time is on Instagram. So you can find me on there at Coach Nikeya and also at Victorious Living Solutions. I post
Yes.
updates about the podcast episodes because I have the podcast leg of the company too, and just different things that I'm doing. And we have a Victorious Living Solutions Facebook page as well. You can join the course at commandyour24.com. So 24 is the number 24. Um, yeah, commandyour24.com and then victoriousliving solutions.com.
Love it. Love it. And as we wrap everything up, what are some words of empowerment you would love to leave for our listeners today?
Okay, words of empowerment that I can leave with you all is whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
So get your mind right because whatever you think, that's what's going to happen.
that's right.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So thank you so much, Coach Nikeya, for being a special guest on our episode today. And we look forward to
Thank
having
you
you
for having
on
me.
again. Yes, you're
Yes, this was
amazing.
fun.